Last Friday, the Brashear Elementary School held a Jump for Heart to raise money for the American Heart Association. 15 kindergarten through 6th grade students took part, raising $880. Hy-Vee and Pepsi donated snacks for the effort. No, Brashear did not have an earthquake this week, but we did have an earthquake drill. This is part of a series of drills including fire, tornado, and earthquake that the Brashear School regularly does. Brashear girls played Macon County Friday night. Throughout the first period, both teams struggled to put points on the board, with Macon County holding a slim 7-6 lead going into the second quarter. Macon County found the range in the second quarter and led Brashear 22-16 at halftime. Macon County continued to outscore Brashear in the second half and led 33-24 after 3 quarters and won by a score of 45-34. Shelby Salter led the Brashear scoring with 17 points. Olivia Thompson added 7, Meredith Thomas had 6, and Katie Smith and Alexa Acton scored 2 points each. In Friday night's boys game with Macon County, both teams came out shooting the ball and the score was knotted at 18-all after 1 quarter of play. It was still a one-possession game at halftime as Macon County led 37-34. After the half, Macon County increased their lead to 53-46 after 3 quarters and won 75-66. Brashear scoring was led by Taryn Treasure with 32. Hayden Hausman had 18, and Joe Clarkson chipped in 16.
Monday night, Brashear Tigers took on number 2 seed Novinger Boys. Novinger opened the game with a 5-0 run, but Brashear answered quickly as the two teams battled through the first quarter, with Novinger holding a 14-12 lead. The game stayed close in the second half, but Novinger exploded with 29 points to take a 43-23 lead in halftime. Novinger continued their dominance in the second half, winning by a final score of 76-42. Joe Clarkson scored 25 points for Brashear. Hayden Hausman and Taryn Treasure had 7 each, and Joseph scored 3. In the girls' game, North Shelby faced Brashear. North Shelby got on the scoreboard first and built a 13-6 lead after the first quarter of play. North Shelby built a double-digit lead before Brashear made a run and pulled within 26-24 at halftime. In the third quarter, North Shelby rebuilt a double-digit lead, but during the fourth quarter, Brashear started chipping away at it. Brashear finally overtook North Shelby with a pair of Meredith Thomas free throws, giving Brashear a 50-49 lead with a minute 30 left to play. North Shelby tied the game with a minute left, and that's the way it stayed until North Shelby got a bucket with 10 seconds left to win it 52-50. Brashear's Meredith Thomas led all scorers with 27 points. Shelby Salter had 10, Ashley Moncrief added 5, Olivia Thompson had 4, Miranda Creason and Katie Smith added 2 points each.
Boys' consolation game was a nail-biter as Atlanta led Brashear 8-7 after 1 quarter, and the game was tied at 19-all at half. The game continued to be close in the second half, with the two teams being tied at 29-29 after 3 quarters of play. Brashear broke the tie early in the fourth quarter with Hayden Hausman scoring a 3-pointer, but Atlanta ultimately outscored Brashear down the stretch to claim a 42-34 win. Hayden Hausman scored 14 points for Brashear, Joe Clarkson had 10, Taryn Treasure had 9, and Joseph Wood scored 1 point.